Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello, my colleagues. This is Dalia Saleh, and today, inshallah, I'm going to present the topic, the reliability, validity, and utility of self-assessment. And this article is written by John Ross from University of Toronto. From the title, you can ask yourself, have you ever tried self-assessment? And what is your impression about this experience? And have you ever let your students assess themselves or their performance? And did you trust the results? All these questions will be answered in the following slides. So here, the article suggests that teachers have doubts about the value and accuracy of the technique. And so the questions of this study: is self-assessment a reliable assessment technique? Does self-assessment provide valid evidence about student performance? Does self-assessment improve student performance? Is self-assessment a useful student assessment technique? And why teachers use self-assessment? You can ask yourself, why do I use self-assessment? Because the first thing is that teachers think that students must be engaged in the process of learning and also in the process of assessment. And it will be so attracting to them to assess themselves and put like marks or note their performance. And we can say that teachers can elicit information that are not easily seen or attracted in the classrooms. So students can be like can provide some help in giving teacher insights and ideas about their learning. And the findings of this study, actually the study stated many findings, but the central finding of this is that the strengths of self-assessment can be enhanced through training students how to assess their work, and each of the weaknesses of the approach can be reduced through teacher action. So here the research states that self-assessment can be a useful tool when it is applied correctly, when we teach students or train them on how to assess their performance. And of course, I will be discussing a strategy that has been approved to be useful in this field. So here, overestimates are more likely to be found if the self-assessments contribute to the students' grade in a course, because students always think that they learn like perfectly and they could do everything, and they cannot deny the understanding easily to others or show their weaknesses. But how can teachers like correlate with their results or their feedback or their assessment of the students and students' self-assessment? The first thing here is that teachers can teach students how to assess their work by, for example, agreeing on some rubrics together. And the second thing is that students should know that their self-assessment will be compared to supervisor rating or peer rating. So they will have to give evidences of the, like, for example, rating themselves this point or that point. So when students put in their minds that they will be having like a clear discussion with their teachers, with their peers, and they have to prove their learning, they will like feel first that they have to be frank with the assess themselves and to be obvious. And also they will be more clear about their performance when they know that the assessment criteria will involve low-level inferences. So here, a strategy for teaching self-assessment in 4 stages. The first thing is to prepare the assessment rubric with the students. And the second thing is to teach students how to apply those criteria, for example, by modeling application of self-assessment, giving them some examples of performance, and together discussing why this student put that point to himself and that. And the third thing is to give students feedback on their self-assessments in practice. So they will discuss with their teacher, they will share in evidence-based discussions of the differences between their self-assessment and assessments by peers or the teachers. So they will they will like give reasons, they will justify their rate in this skill or that in that point. And the last stage here is that we can help students to develop action plans depending on the ratings of themselves or the performance to overcome weaknesses. And here is like a chart that should or like clarify the relation between self-assessment and self-efficacy. So here we have goals, achievement of those goals, and student self-assessment. Then those assessments will be observed and they will judge themselves and reflect on their actions and take steps toward being perfect or competent on that side. So your self-assessment, when it is properly implemented, it will produce valid, reliable information about student achievement, and also teachers who make a serious commitment to learn about self-assessment, teaching these techniques to their students can plausibly anticipate enhanced student motivation, confidence, and achievement. Thanks for watching and see you soon.